The Tekken 8 and Final Fantasy 16 Tekken Talk collab just wrapped up. And if you're among the thousands of other people that didn't watch it live because it happened at 4 a.m., no need to worry, I got you covered. Because I'm going to recap all the important points that they went over in this 2-hour live stream so that you'll be up to date like everybody else by the end of this video. So let's get it. So they start off by thanking the fans for the game award that they received, which if you didn't know, Tekken 8 won Best Fighting Game of the Year, which honestly deserved. Am I biased? Yes. But even with all of its flaws and issues that it's got going on, Tekken 8 is a phenomenal game, and I'm super happy to see that all of their hard work paid off. After that, they introduced some of the Final Fantasy 16 developers who we met through the Dev Talk videos that happened the past 3 days. They then just talked about like design choices with Clive and changes they had to make and how he fits into the Tekken world and all the work they put into him, and it's like that's cool. I think the Dev Talks were neat because it shines some light on the guys behind the scenes that are making these games for us, and they deserve the spotlight. They're putting in the hard work, so I think that's neat. But what I don't understand is that during the Tekken Talk, it just seemed like it was a lot of recapping from the Dev Talks. Like if they didn't think anybody would watch them, which, fair play, I didn't watch all of them. They then proceeded to talk about the new stage that we're getting, which, by the way, the music to this stage is playing in the background throughout the entire Tekken Talk, and oh my gosh, is it good. I've already said it multiple times. The Tekken 8 soundtrack is the best in the series, hands down. And this stage does not disappoint. As for the design of the stage, it gives me Fire Emblem vibes, I'm not gonna lie. Besides the 2 giant Demogorgons fighting in the background. I know it's Ifrit, I was making a joke. Final Fantasy fans, don't kill me. It looks good, it looks really good. Next up, they showed off gameplay with Leo and Lily while having them wear some of the new costumes, which for Leo is the Joshua Rosfield costume set, and I've been informed that that's Clive's brother. Again, I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 yet, so I'm just taking you guys' word for it. And then Lily was wearing the Jill Warwick costume pack, who I've been told is Clive's love interest. And I think these costumes are really cool. They're very medieval-esque, so if you wanted to make any like fantasy characters and whatnot, there you go, now you can. Love that we're getting the Moogles as well. Then just like in the Dev Talks, they showed off customization with Clive, so again, it just kind of felt like them recapping what they've already shown off. But I think it is funny to have such a serious looking character like him and then putting him in a costume like this. I think that's pretty great. Gotta love Tekken 8's customization, dude. They then went and did something completely new that we had never seen in a Tekken Talk before and played some Tekken Ball. And that's because in the Final Fantasy collaboration packs, there's the Bomb King Red and the Bomb King Blue. I'm assuming these are enemies in Final Fantasy 16. I'm not gonna lie, they're a little freaky looking. But the cool gimmick with these new Tekken Balls is that, first off, they spin weird. Like, it doesn't spin like the regular Tekken Ball. And also, they randomly explode. I believe they said that the red one explodes more frequently than the blue one. But I think that's a fun little gimmick to keep Tekken Ball interesting. It's like, you have no idea when this thing's gonna go off. They then gave us the release schedule for the new content we'll be getting, with Clive and his new stage Phoenix Gate releasing later on today for anyone who owns the Season 1 DLC Pass, and the costume packs will be available to everyone for purchase. For anyone who doesn't have the Season 1 DLC Pass, Clive will be available December 19th. After this, they went over the December and Spring update trailer, just commenting on the new features, and unfortunately informing us that customized characters on the menu screen isn't going to be for another few months, which I know they said, yes, it's going to be the Spring 2025 update, but it's like, more customization slots and our characters on the main menu, why must I wait? Then they went into photo mode with Clive to show off all the new features that we'll be getting with this update, like adding the particle effects and changing hand gestures and going frame by frame, all that good stuff. Now, something that they hadn't talked about previously that they went over in the Tekken Talk, which is really cool, is when you go into player settings of the main menu. As of right now, recording this video, prior to the update, all you could do was change your player name, but now you have access to displaying opponent's special style UI, displaying special style UI to opponent, and favorite practice settings. Now, this is interesting because display opponent's special style UI, until now, you could always tell when somebody was using special style. And honestly, it's kind of sad because whenever I'm streaming and somebody's using it, they get like publicly shamed for it. It's like some people play the game religiously and learn how to play Tekken the way that it's supposed to be played, but special style is for newcomers to the game or people that haven't really grasped the play style of it yet. So while yes, I might be silently judging, I'm not going to publicly shame you for using special style. That's just mean. But now you have the option to turn that off. You can be using special style and nobody will know. How do I feel about that in ranked? That's a whole nother story. So if your opponent doesn't want you knowing that they're using special style, the UI won't pop up. And the same goes for you. If you're using special style and you don't want anybody to know, you can turn off your UI. Now, probably the coolest setting in this new menu here is favorite practice settings, where you get to choose your preference of characters, costumes, and stages. So when you want to go into practice mode, you can bypass that entire menu and just go into it and start playing with your preferences. That is such a small feature, but a really cool one. Another quality of life update here. Ever since Eddie was released, people people were complaining about the fact that they couldn't watch their replays when they fought him if he wasn't purchased. Now, the reason that the Tekken devs did this is so that you can't watch the replay and learn the character's moves without buying him, and honestly, that's kind of scummy. But they have finally fixed that, because when the 1.01 update happens later on today, even if you don't own a certain DLC character, you can still watch your replays of you fighting them. Now, whether you can see their inputs during that replay, I don't know yet. They didn't show that off, but at least a replay isn't just locked off to you because you don't have that character. That's really nice. But yeah, that was kind of it. Then they just talked about products like watches and whatnot. The interesting thing about this Tekken Talk is just how different it was compared to the previous 3 that we've had with the other DLC characters. There was no in-depth gameplay for Clive, and I'm assuming that's because of the dev talks that they already did. So it feels like there wasn't too much new content that we learned in this Tekken Talk, which, hey, I'm all for these being shorter. I like the Tekken Talks. I like that they, take the time to have a live chat and talk to us and show off everything new that we're getting in the game, but it's also like a 3-hour event, and it's like, bruh, especially when it starts at 4 a.m. Holy crud, dude. These past few days, I feel like I've been working overtime. Like, it's just getting boatloads of content over here. Should I be complaining? No, I shouldn't. But yeah, that should be it for the recap. Let me know if I missed anything important. Go ahead, call me out in the comments down below. But while you're down there, let me know what you think of this new update. You excited for Clive and all the quality of life features that we're going to be getting? I'm still on the fence about him, but I'm excited to try him out and see how he plays. As always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider it. And if you want to talk to me personally, feel free to join the Discord. That is down in the description below. That'll do it for me today, guys. You'll see me in the next one. God bless, and don't forget to stay mad.